Okay. Am I audible? Ankita, Yamini, Madhuri, Dilip, Asma Jabin, etc. Yeah. So coming to the current affairs, very less current affairs to be covered because in the early morning class, Sarah's taken lot of issues. Okay. Now, so when you come to Gandhi, time and again, Gandhi's concept will appear in the examination, maybe in one form or other form. So Gandhi's relationship with music. Gandhi used music uh, to soothe the minds of the agitators. Suppose there is a riot between two communities. So he used music as a mode to cool their minds and to pacify them. And even, in course of Indian national movement, we have discussed Prabhas Paris. Early morning, a group of people used to move around the streets and they used to sing the nationalistic songs and they used to attract the masses to participate in the movement. And even we have discussed Gandhiji liked the song Raghupati Raghava Rajaram, etc. Okay, so how Gandhi used the music? Gandhi used music to convey messages of spirituality, peace, and nationalism. Okay, by selecting hymns and bhajans that promoted these values. Because we know the bhajans. Take the example of Meera bhajans, Mirabai. See, Bhakti saints. Most of these Bhakti saints were involved in the, the hymns, hymns related to Bhakti and also bhajans. So Gandhi selected that hymns to see that they will have positive impact. Like he chose bhajans like Vaishnava Janato and Ishwar Allah Tere Naam to emphasize the unity and spirituality. Okay. Now, just now I told he used music to soothe agitated minds and promote peace during communal tensions. And Gandhi always opposed the partition of India. He tried his level best to see that India will not be partitioned. Okay. Music played a significant role in the Dandi Yatra and Prabhat Peris. That is early morning. They used to uh, a group of people used to roam around the streets by singing the nationalistic songs. Okay? Yes. To convey patriotic sentiments. And when you come to the Dandi March was started. What is the main reason for the Dandi March? Which resolution is responsible for initiation of Dandi March by Mahatma Gandhi? Okay? Which resolution is responsible for initiation of Dandi March by Mahatma Gandhi? It seems no idea from you people. Anybody from offline side? Of course, many are new faces. Okay. See, remember Purna Swaraj resolution. Purna Swaraj resolution assigned Gandhi to initiate a mass movement. The reason behind is British will not ratify the Nehru's report. British will not ratify the Nehru's report. Okay? Which Nehru? Motilal Nehru. What is Nehru's report? Nehru's report is a draft constitution for India. And that report was prepared in response to challenge of a English bureaucrat. What is the name of that person who threw a challenge and we took his challenge and we have drafted our constitution. And Motilal Nehru was the president of the drafting committee, at least seniors, which English officer is responsible. So Madhuri is saying Heimandorf. Heimandorf is a person who has headed the tribal commission in the period of Hyderabad Nizam, and he also wrote the tribal Hyderabad, not that person who threw a challenge in Indians, saying that you are not having the capacity to make your constitution by your own. You give us chance, because in that period Simon Commission was um in duty to suggest the constitutional reforms. And you know, Simon Commission was constituted in 1927 under the provisions of Government of India Act of 1919, or Montagu Chelmsford reforms. Yes, yes, Chandrika ji, Varsha, only two members. Lord Birkenhead threw a challenge. Several times I revised in our normal classes. Again, the three seniors are able to answer, Varsha and Chandrika and Aparna. And okay, so of course, no issue. Within a fortnight or maybe more, you are going to write the Group 2 examination. And I am sure that this type of your hard work will not lead you to the path or avenue to achieve your goal, that is government job. Of course, it does not matter anything for me, because we have covered the syllabus n number of times. Okay, that's all. Now, so you know, Dandi March is the initiation of the CDM, Civil Disobedience Movement, in response to the Purna Swaraj resolution. And of course, you have to remember the date of the initiation of Dandi March, and all the way Mahatma Gandhi walked from, Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad to Dandi. Okay, yes, we have discussed that everything. Now, hymns and bhajans were sung collectively during prayer services in ashrams, promoting a sense of oneness. Yes, that is great. Even when I was studying in my schools, early morning we used to have our prayers, and even in the evening also we used to have our prayer. And in that period, oneness was excellent. They made friendship irrespective of the status of parents. Now the students will make a friendship based on the status of parents. She will come in car, she will come in car. Friendship. That is what happening. Okay. Patriotic songs. Classical music was not his preference. That is very important. He valued the message over the artistry. Means local. He tried local, not the classical. And even, of course, we have defined, we have discussed about the classical musics in India. That is Hindustani and Carnatic. Okay, in Hindustani music, we allow the local changes, local dialects like Gwalior, etc. The local dialects in Hindustani music are termed as, the local dialects in the Hindustani music are termed as, what is the term used for that? Excellent. That is Garana. Whereas in Carnatic music, no question of any local dialects. They have to follow the tradition. That's all. The singers were not having the right to alter. Okay. Yes. And even we have discussed Amir Khusro was the profounder of the Hindustani music, and even he will also invent new ragas and also new musical instruments. Okay? Yes. Subbalakshmi, Subbalakshmi's rendition of the Ram Dhun and other bhajans was seen as a source of inspiration and fundraising for the Kasturba Memorial Fund. Yes. So that is with regard to Gandhi and his inclination to the taste of music. That is very important. Yes. Now, Central Tribal University, in the last week, Honorable Prime Minister of India, So Modi ji was in Telangana, and he has announced the establishment of a central tribal university in Telangana's Muluk district. Even there is also a forestry college in the Muluk district with a project cost of 900 crore. The university will be named after tribal goddesses Samakka and Sarakka. Yes, very famous tribal congregation in India, Samakka and Sarakka. And it is also declared as a state festival earlier. This initiative is aimed at benefiting the youth, particularly those from tribal communities. Okay, and even he has also conferred the title of Institution of Eminence to the Central University, which is located at Hyderabad, of course, very near to our institution. Okay, yes. Now, Green War Room. What is it and why it was in the news? Green War Room. Green War Room. Yes. See now, winter season is coming. Winter season is coming, and in the winter season, Delhi will face the wrath of the air pollution. Why only in the winter season? Why in the winter season? Because of less temperature. Because of less temperature, the dust particles cannot dissipate. They will stay very near to the earth surface, that is ground. Very near to the earth surface, that is ground. And the reason for the accumulation of these dust particles and particulate matter is multifold, not a single. One is the vehicular pollution. Of course, it is a capital city. Everybody will move in the vehicles. One is the vehicular pollution. Second is the stubble burning. Stubble burning in the adjoining areas, farmers, mainly Punjab, Haryana, etc. So actually, what is stubble burning? Once they take the crop, they will harvest the crop. The residue. What they will do? They will burn the fields. The main reason is they will have less time to sow for the next season. What they will do? They will burn it, because when you burn within a day, your field will allow you to plow again instead of cutting. Especially the wheat and rye straws. Okay, they will burn. It is also causing harm. But now what happened? This problem intensity was reduced. We have discussed in our earlier classes. At one place, by using this stubble agriculture waste, biodiesel plant is established, which is one of the biggest in India. And on that day only, I told you, this plant will be helpful in two ways. One, the income of farmers will be substituted. Second thing, pollution to Delhi and adjoining regions will be decreased. And in which place that plant was located, which we have discussed in our earlier classes. Yes, Panipat. Panipat. Okay? Yes. So one is because of cold temperature, the dust particles will not dissipate. So the intensity what you say, the density of particulate matter will go on increasing. And second is the stubble burning, and also vehicular pollution. And even the next is the wind direction. Wind direction is not conducive for the dust particle to dissipate. Especially in this season, you will get the winds from the northwest. Northwestern direction. You know, in the winter season, the North India will receive rainfall from the western disturbances, which we have discussed in our normal classes. So now Green War Room is a program initiated by the Delhi government to tackle the upcoming winter season with regard to control or mitigate the air pollution. The Delhi government has launched a Green War Room to combat air pollution in the city by implementing the Winter Action Plan and monitoring 24 by 7. Now you can see the reason for particularly during the winter month. Why? Because of less temperature, the particulate matter will not dissipate. The main reason for this particulate matter: vehicles, industry, construction activities, stubble burning in neighboring states like Punjab and Haryana. And the war room will be connected to a mobile application called the Green Delhi app, emphasizing the importance of public participation in addressing the issue. Yes, everybody should download the app. Yes, the Green Delhi app allows citizens to report pollution-related complaints, which will be monitored by the Green War Room. So, it is the application of information technology to combat the ecology and environment issues. Okay, so now ICT application to minimize the pollution or to address the issues of pollution. Like see, in the last mains examination, they asked about the importance of e-technology in agriculture. So this time they may ask importance of e-technology in combating the ecology environment damage. And you should have government initiatives in your hand. Okay? Yes. According to report by the Center for Science and Environment, internal sources within Delhi contribute to 31% of pollution, while external sources from surrounding states contribute 69%. But surrounding issues are getting settled. Okay? Yes. Now, what is Operation Catch Up? PUSA biodecomposer is also being used to decompose stubble, sir. Okay, thank you. Excellent. PUSA biodecomposer is also being used to decompose stubble. Yes, thank you. Now, what is Operation Catch Up? Yes, Varsha. A project of sea turtles. Now, you know, sea turtles are smuggled, and especially you can see olive ridley turtle. There is a little bit difference between the turtle and tortoises. So this project aims to control that. The Directorate of Revenue Intelligence conducted a successful operation called Catch Up. The operation resulted in the recovery of the 955 live baby turtles, including species like the Indian tent turtle, Indian flapshell turtle, crown riven turtle, black spotted pond turtle, and brown roof turtle. Okay? Yes. So, because some of which are considerable vulnerable or near threatened species, according to the IUC and Red List, and are protected under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Okay? Yes. Now, fish that can change color. They may ask in which river, etc. Buddies limakumi, fish that can change color. Like, see, there is an organism which will change the color, living organism. Chameleon, if I am not wrong. Okay? In Telugu, it is called as Usaravelli. So this term widely used for the politicians who will jump from one party to the other, morning in one party, afternoon other party, by evening some other party. Okay? Yes. Scientists have discovered a new fish species called Buddies limakumi in the Milak River in Nagaland. They may ask you the river, but not this fish. Milak River in Nagaland. The species named after Limakum, an assistant professor and head of zoology department. Okay? Yes. It can change its color similar to a chameleon. Of course, it is a sentence related to science students. But this limakumi belongs to a Birdidae family and is a freshwater fish commonly found in streams. It is also found in ditches, etc. It is found in not only in India, in the adjoining countries. Yes. Now, why Hirakund wetland is in the news? Hirakud or Hirakund wetland is in the news. And we people have studied the Hirakud. Hirakud project is constructed on the river. On which river Hirakud project is constructed? Hirakud project is constructed on which river? Yes, Mahanandi, and which originates in the Amarkantak. And Hirakud is one of the longest earthen dam. Earthen dam. Yes, but why this reservoir is in news? Everything which we have discussed, you are able to answer. But why it is in news? Yes, yes, yes. So, yeah. See, scientific research revealed that it is containing many elements which are cancer causing, that is carcinogenic. Now, a study has revealed high levels of cancer causing heavy metals, including lead and chromium, in 8 wetlands in Odisha, with Hirakud being one of them. The heavy metals which result from human activities such as urbanization, industrialization, agriculture also, yes, all our chemical fertilizer, chemical insecticides, whatever we are doing with the chemicals only. Yes, take the example of the packed food. The packed food. Okay? They will have a lot of preservatives. They will have a lot of preservatives, which are nothing but chemicals which are harmful to our health. But still, daily we will consume that. In spite of knowing that they contain the preservatives, but still, we see yesterday there was an article by a renowned cardiologist. He was analyzing the impact of diet coke on cardiac health. Diet coke. Leave coke. Take the example of cigarettes. Cigarettes are injurious to health. Everybody know. Why government will not ban? It is not the mistake of government. If government bans, you will get the cigarettes from outside in a smuggled manner, or every house will become become a manufacturing unit of manufacturing industry of a country-made cigarettes. Like when Mohammed bin Tighlaq replaced silver coins by bronze and copper coins, every goldsmith started minting the copper and bronze coins. And you know what happened finally? He was forced to replace all the copper and bronze coins by silver coins, by which the treasury of the great king emptied. So it is, we should know what is wrong, what is right, but still we are helpless. Okay? Yes. Can enter crops to the soil and subsequently be consumed by the humans. I told you even in the last class, maybe last button class. In our Andhra Pradesh, in Elur, many people became ill health and even they were behaving in an eccentric manner. No doctor understood the reason, and finally, All India Institute of Medical Sciences committee came to that site, and they made a lot of research on the fertilizers, on the vegetables and milk consumed by them, and finally they have revealed that the chemical residues in the vegetables and milk were high. And even 3 or 4 weeks ago, I told about the A2 milk. A2 milk is from the indigenous breeds of cows or buffaloes. A1 is the foreign or the exotic cattle, like crossbreeding of Jersey and Holstein. Yes, We know everything, but still there is no other way. Yes. The study also noted that the surroundings community indirectly consumes water from these wetlands by consuming foods like fish, rice, vegetables, and spinach grown in them. Yes, no doubt in it. Even Hyderabad will also get such kind of vegetables. Now, Hirakud Reservoir, it is very important. This point is very important. It is the largest earthen dam in Odisha and started operating in 1957. Out of the known 54 species of the fish from the reservoir, one has been classed as being endangered, 6 near threatened. Why? Because of these pollutants. It also provides important hydrological services by moderating floods in the Mahanadi Delta because it will store the water. Now, last days, Sikkim faced the wrath of the floods. And it is because of glacial lake outburst flood. And you know what is meant by a glacier? A huge mass of ice is called as a glacier. Okay? And in many forms, this topography, topography, will result in the formation of lakes. So a lake is formed when a temporary obstruction is caused, maybe because of landslide or some other purpose. Suddenly, when the inflow to this glacier lake increases, and even we have discussed in the geomorphology topic, Paternoster Lake, Cirque, Cole, and Cirque Lake, it is a glacier lake, Cirque Lake. Yes. Okay. Now, so when suppose this, if this deposition is because of moraine is nothing but sand deposition by the glacier. Even it is also called as the till. Till is the final deposition. Okay. Yes. So now see, nowadays what is happening because of climate change and global warming, the glacier is melting at a faster rate. So because of sudden inflow into the lake, it will get breached, causing the problem of inundation to the downstream habitations, maybe villages or etc. So many people died. Okay. One reason is because of heavy melting of glacier because of climate change. Even second reason is cloud burst. We have discussed what is meant by cloud burst. Cloud burst is a sudden rainfall in a short span of time. If there is cloud burst, you will have the flash floods. Suddenly you will have the high volume of the rainwater, that is downpour will be very high. Automatically, this lake will be filled. It will cause the breach of the glacier. Okay, and even man-made activities like mining is also cause for the harm to the glacial lakes. Okay, so this is considered as a disaster, and 14 people have died, and 1 or 2, including 23 army personnel, are missing in Sikkim. See, 1 or 2, including 23 army personnel, are missing in Sikkim after the burst of the South Lonak Lake, a glacial lake in North Sikkim, due to heavy rains. Now, in the examination, what they will give, match the following: one side lakes, one side the other. One side lakes. Name of lakes, and the second their geological origin, like Oxbow Lake, etc. The released water created flash floods in 4 districts, including Mangam, Gangtok, etc., through the Tista River. You know, Tista is a tributary of. Yes, Tista is a tributary of Brahmaputra now. But earlier, Tista was a tributary of Ganga long back. Tista was a tributary of Ganga but now it is a tributary of Brahmaputra. And even you are having a Tista treaty between the India and Bangladesh. Yes. Yes, the same. And the thing is, it will have the cascading effect. What is the meaning of cascading? One disaster will initiate the other disaster. That is the meaning of cascading. That is, flash floods, flood floods will inundate the inhabitations and also the agricultural fields, etc. The rapid onset and high discharge of GLOFs mean there is often insufficient time to effectively warn downstream population or shift them to the safe place. Also, they often become triggers for other disasters. What are the reasons? What are the reasons for Glacier Lake outflow or outfloods? Rapid deglaciation, primarily due to global warming over the last 20 years. That is, glaciers are melting at a faster rate. Even by 2050 or 2070, we have discussed that even Arctic is also becoming snow-free. According to the ICI MOD, Himalayan glacial lakes increased by about 9% in number and 14% in the area. GLFOs are recognized in the National Disaster Management Plan 2019 of India as a potential climatological disaster. Okay. Yes, how it caused uh, damage to the people, I mean, nearby. Yes, we have discussed all this. Now, key preparedness. We are having the international convention, that is the Sendai framework, which we have discussed in the disaster management class. And before Sendai also, we had a international convention. Before Sendai also, Sendai is a recent. Before Sendai, what is the international convention? Just in the recent days only, we have completed our disaster management classes. Nobody. Sorry. So it seems nobody is answering. Yes, Asma Jabin. Hugo framework? Yes. Yes. Hugo framework. Followed by the Sendai. Okay? Yes. Okay. Now, and even we are also having the National Disaster Management Plan and National Landslide Susceptibility Mapping. All these early warning system, all these issues, if you address, if you, I mean, implement all these plans, automatically we can minimize the impact of the disaster. Yes. Now, what is meant by circular migration? Because we have already discussed the landslides, avalanches, lightning, cloudburst, etc. in our disaster management class. That is the reason why I am skipping this topic in depth. And that too, we have completed only just 10 days ago. Now, what is circular migration? What is circular migration? Simple. When you come to the circular migration, suppose I am in Hyderabad. Okay. Based on my skill requirement, I will go to America. After work is over, again I will come to Hyderabad. It is a circular migration. I will not reside there for a long period. That is the meaning of circular migration. Because migration is in syllabus for all our examination. In the routine classes, we have discussed various types of migrations and the pull factors, push factors. Okay? Yes. And even many theories with regard to the migration also we have discussed. Now, nowadays daily enforcement directorate will come in the papers. Like recently, Supreme Court made a comment with regard to when it was hearing the bail petition of Bansal brothers or two Bansals. I don't know whether they are brothers or not. And it said that, of course, Honorable Supreme Court said that you should give a written copy, the reasons why you are arresting, not orally. ED has not given anything to them, the reason for the arrest. Just orally they told and arrested. And critics, especially political critics, say that the ruling parties are using ED as a weapon to suppress or influence the members of opposition party. Yes, like only for example, last day, MP and other leaders were arrested. Even the Delhi Home Minister was also arrested by the ED. Okay? Yes. Now we have to know about the ED. That is very important because in the prelims, they may ask whether it is a statutory body, whether it is a constitutional body. Like in the last prelims, they have asked about the Law Commission. Of course, you people will not go through the papers. If you go through the n number of papers, you can assess how you will encounter the questions in the examination. Okay? The Supreme Court of India has ruled that the Enforcement Directorate must provide the grounds for arrest in writing to the accused at the time of arrest. These Bansals were arrested only on the oral conversation, not any written. The decision emphasizes that ED should not engage in vindicative conduct and should act fairly and transparently. What is vindicative? Suing the other party members. The ruling came in response to a plea by Pankaj Bansal and Basant Bansal, directors of the M3M real estate group, who challenged their arrest by the ED under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. You know what is meant by money laundering? Unaccounted transfer of money is called as money laundering. The other name is Hawala. Hawala. Where we transact the business without paying the taxes, etc., then automatically we have to transfer that money to the customer in the other manner, not through the banks. If you transfer to the banks, automatically you have to pay the taxes. So illegal, unaccounted transfer of money is called as money laundering. It may be locally or internationally. The Punjab and Haryana High Court had refused to set aside their arrest. High Court has not given any relief to the Bansal people, but Supreme Court seemed that it is favorable. The court criticized the ED's style of functioning and declared the arrest as illegal. It clarified that reading out the reasons for arrest to the accused does not fulfill the legal requirements. So, the main reason why the ED is facing the critic is automatically the people who are getting arrested are from the opposition parties, not from the ruling party. Okay? Now, it is our duty to study about the composition, establishment, and type of the enforcement directorate, because time and again it will be in the news. What is ED? It is a multidisciplinary organization mandated with investigation offenses of money laundering and violations of foreign exchange laws. See, you are having the various act, FEMA, FERA, etc. Okay? If any person involves in manipulation of the foreign exchange or illegal transfer, then ED can take action on them. It is an agency under the Department of Revenue of the Ministry of Finance. That is also very important. ED works under Department of Revenue of Ministry of Finance. It is not a statutory body. This is also very important. It is not a statutory body. In the earlier our routine classes, we have discussed about the CBI. CBI works under which ministry? CBI works under which ministry? CBI works under which ministry? under Home Ministry. Yeah. Okay. Formed on 1st May 1956. Here we can remember very easily because AP was formed in the year 1956. 1st May, of course, May Day. As enforcement unit, renamed as Enforcement Directorate in 1957, Administrative Control transferred to Department of Revenue in 1960. It headquartered in Delhi. Of course, it is also having 5 regional offices and 10 zonal offices, etc. Recruitment done directly and by drawing officers from other investigation agencies, which includes IRS, IPS, and IAS. 2 years is the tenure of the director. Okay. Then statutory function, conservation of foreign exchange and prevention of smuggling activities. COFPOSA, empowered to sponsor case of preventive detention, Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999, FEMA. Earlier we had the FERA. Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. Fugitive Economic Offenders Act 2018. You know what is meant by fugitive economic offender? Suppose a person makes a crime, economic crime in India, say he will dupe a bank and go to the foreign country. If he is untraceable, his property in India can be auctioned or attached by the ED. Earlier it was not the case. Now take the example of many people like Vijay Mallya and Nirav Modi, so and so forth. They are absconding and they are happily living in the foreign countries. They are enjoying their life. Of course, I know through the media. I don't know them. Through media, I know. Yes. FEMA and PMLA apply to all of India, allowing it to take action against any person. FEMA cases are in civil courts, while PLM cases are in the criminal courts. ED cannot act on its own, and a complaint to another agency or the police is required for investigation. Of course, yes. They will continue the trial and make appropriate, recommendation to take the action. But they can arrest. Now, you know, Modi came to Telangana in the recent week. And you know, in the last parliamentary elections, last election to the Lok Sabha, in Nizamabad, BJP leader said that as soon as we come into power, within 100 days, we will establish a turmeric board in Nizamabad. And even the BJP contested candidate and the now present Lok Sabha MP, Arvind, also wrote the same on a bond paper. Of course, what I am saying is through the media reports. It may be correct or may not be correct. So finally, the ambition of the Nizamabad farmers who grow turmeric to a larger extent will be fulfilled soon, as Modi declared that we are going to establish a turmeric board in Nizamabad, by which R&D will be developed, and even it will also assist the farmers in marketing their products, and also many processing units can be established, because even turmeric is also used in the manufacture of aromatics. And you know, turmeric is a antibiotic and it belongs to the ginger family. Curcuma longa is a scientific name, and India is the largest producer of turmeric, if I am not wrong. Yes? Okay. Now, the Indian government has officially established the National Turmeric Board, responding to long-standing, extremely sorry. Sorry. So, long-standing demand from turmeric farmers across the country. The board under the Union Commerce Ministry. Yes, the board will be under the Union Commerce Ministry, not under Agriculture Ministry. This kind of questions will come. To the development and growth of turmeric and turmeric-related products in India. Yes, value addition is very important. India is leading producer and exporter of turmeric in the world. Very important. Leading producer and exporter of turmeric in the world. The largest producing states of turmeric are Maharashtra, Telangana, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. Even turmeric is also cultivated in the Andhra Pradesh also. And root of the curcuma longa plant, it is relative of ginger and has been used in cooking for hundreds of years. And it is a good antibiotic. Now, palm oil, and 80% of our domestic requirement of edible oil is fulfilled by the import. So government is taking steps to see that in course of time imports will be reduced. So state and central governments are making various steps to see that the palm oil cultivation, or palm oil production in India will increase. And even we have discussed in Telangana Economic Survey the steps taken by the Telangana government. In the same way, AP government when I was discussing the AP Economic Survey. The Indian government aims to triple palm oil production by 2030 as part of the National Oil Palm Mission. The steps taken by the government to reduce the imports of palm oil. One step is National Oil Palm Mission. Okay? Yes. Major oil palm growing states in India include Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Kerala, which account for 98% of total production. 98%. Palm oil is edible vegetable oil that comes from the fruit of the oil palm tree. It is most widely used vegetable oil in the world and is found in about 60% of all packet products in supermarkets, because now it is the cheapest oil. Don't think that as it is cheap, it is unhealthy. No, palm oil is good for health only, like other oils. The issue with the present edible oils is they are chemically refined. And once again, what we are doing, we are going back to the olden days. Like again, we are using the gunny oil, especially the oxen gunny oil, which is good for the health. Okay. Now, coral reef breakthrough. What is it? It is nothing but to save the corals, coral reefs. And we have discussed coral reefs are the organisms, okay, which will secrete the lime, and even their body will also have the lime. And when the corals die, because of many phenomena, they will be accumulated at a single place, and on that further corals will grow, giving rise to the islands. We are having atolls, barrier reef, and fringing reef, various types of coral, and now they are in threat. So it is our duty to conserve the same, because they will give shelter to lot of living organisms. Corals, if corals get bleached away, automatically the marine biodiversity will be harmed. The International Coral Reef Initiative, in collaboration with the Global Fund for Coral Reefs and the High Level Committee Champions, has launched the Coral Reef Breakthrough. The initiative aims to safeguard at least 125,000 square kilometers of shallow water tropical coral reefs by 2030 through investment of at least 12 billion US dollars. So the Coral Reef Breakthrough will focus on 4 action plans. Mitigating local drivers of loss means you have to regenerate the corals, or minimizing the impact, or to see that the damage caused to corals will be very less. Doubling the area of coral reefs, accelerating the restoration efforts, of course they are synonymous, and securing the investments. Now this is very important. Coral reefs are underwater ecosystems made up of colonies of tiny corals called polyps. Actually, they will reside in the harem system. A single male is associated with a large number of females. One thing. And these coral organisms are in symbiotic relation with the other organisms. You know what is meant by symbiotic? One will prepare food for the other. If one dies, other will also die. Symbiotic. Okay. These marine invertebrates have hard exoskeletons made of calcium carbonate. They are sessile, meaning they are permanently fixed in one place. Yes, it is the reason why colonies are developed. It is the reason why islands are developed. Sessile. Coral reefs are massive structures made of limestone deposited by coral polyps, and they are sometimes called the rainforest of the sea. Why? Because they will give shelter to n number of marine species. If corals get damaged or its area decreases, automatically marine biodiversity will be harmed. And even we have discussed the Lakshadweep Islands in India belong to the coral origin. Yes. So, base of the coral is attached to rock or some other sturdy surface. Tentacles. Yes. Top end is the mouth surrounded by tentacles, help in gathering food. Nematosis, they are stinging structures that paralyze prey. Means if anything comes, first they will paralyze and they will eat. Like tiger, it will catch the neck of the animal, paralyze. Then it slowly it will eat. Okay. Now hard coral polyps, soft coral polyp. Hard coral polyp will attach to the nearby rock, whereas soft coral polyp will attach to the dead corals. Dead corals. Whatever may be the case, they will develop outward, upward, because they need the photosynthesis. They does not require photosynthesis, but their prey require photosynthesis. So they move, they grow upwards, giving rise to the islands. So it is sufficient. Hard coral polyps will, stick to the hard rock, soft coral to the dead skeletons of the corals. Great Barrier Reef has seen the highest level of coral cover in past, that is 6 years, and even it is also subjected to the damage, and the governments are also taking the steps to see that further damage will be retarded. And in the morning class, caste-based census which were conducted in Bihar was revealed. Okay, and even these sort of things will have both positive and negative things, because already Sarah has told. I will skip this. Okay, positive and also negative. See, negative means one negative I will tell you. Political leaders will play politics with that. Once they come to know about the percentage of the people, they will show interest to only lure them, depriving the rights of the other people who are minority in number, which is against the spirit and essence of the constitution. Now, the real politics will enter, and they will initiate the populistic policies. Like KCR has initiated the Dalita Bandhu in course of Huzurabad election, because in that constituency, the percentage of SCs are more. See what is happening in course of time, such things will happen, and caste conflicts, and leaders will fight asking their share in the legislatures or other lawmaking bodies or other representative institutions. As sir told, now I will skip. And even whether it is a duty of the state government to take census or the central government, whatever may be the census. Online students, whether it is a duty of the state government or central government to take the census. Offline, yes, you told correctly. Yes, it is in the union list. So even you will have the legal hurdles. Legal hurdles. This everything sir has told in the morning class. Just I am skipping. Now, legal challenges. Just I will read these 4 points. Critics argue that the survey violates the constitution, infringes on privacy, because they will ask to which caste do you belong. Other problem is, suppose mother belong to one caste, father belong to one caste. What the children have to tell? They will be in dilemma. And there are many orphans, they don't know. There are many destitutes, they don't know. And again, the problem in India is, there are n number of subcastes, castes, etc. How many columns you will show in the paper? How many columns? Okay. Critics argue that the survey violates the constitution, infringes on privacy, exceeds the state government's competence. In Bihar case, is politically motivated and relies on unreliable methods. In Bihar case, the percentage of BCs is extraordinary more. Critics assert that assigning caste identity to all citizens, regardless of their intent to access state benefits, contradicts constitutional rights such as the right to identity, etc. The central government has exclusive authority per entry 69 in the 7th scheduled union list to conduct a census, raising questions about the BR states or in this survey. With very important, try to remember this. Directly or indirectly, this question may appear in the examination. And this sort of content is needed to substantiate the mains question. However, the Patna High Court initially halted but later validated it, citing the Indira Sahni case and its alignment with Article 16(4) of the Constitution, which is nothing but reservations to OBCs on the recommendation of the Mandal Commission. It is also called as Mandal case. Now, Ek Tarikh, Ek Ganta, Ek Saath. What is it? I think everybody know that. Ek Tarikh, Ek Ganta, Ek Saath initiative. Yes, Swachh Bharat. The Ek Tarikh, Ek Ganta, Ek Saath initiative is a massive voluntary effort for cleanliness in India endorsed by Prime Minister. So on October 1st, we start, after it's over, it is to show that how we are responsible for our mother nature. And you know, Apple's Mother's Nature campaign. So it is nothing but Apple is involved in the work to clean the pollution or taking action to minimize the pollution by recycling the mobile phones. It is collecting the mobile phones and recycling it in a fair manner such that they will not damage to the ecosystem. Now you can see they will put one offer. If you give old mobile, we will give you 10% discount or 20%. Automatically, these people will leave the class and go to the Apple store and they will give the phone automatically. They will recycle in a fair manner. Yes. Apple's Mother Nature campaign is an environmental initiative launched by Apple showcasing the company's commitment to sustainability and environmental responsibility through recycle program. Since 1994, Apple has run a gadget recycling program, incentivizing customers to trade in their old devices for new ones. Yes. First, we will see exchange offer. Now, I think in the coming week, you will have billion sale, million sale, Dasra sale, Diwali sale. Okay? Yes. Positive environmental impact. Apple's buyback policy, recycling initiatives, and responsible sourcing of materials place it ahead of its competitors in terms of environmental responsibility. And even what happens, some items are more valuable in the old phones. And even it will also increase the company's profit. The same thing can be used. Take the example of batteries. The lead is recycled. The same lead is recycled for manufacture of batteries. You can see if you give the old battery, you will get considerable amount. Yes, at least more than 10% of the expense of the new battery they will give back to you. Okay. Yes. And you know, Shastra Ramanujam Prize. Shastra Ramanujam Prize is given in which field? Shastra Ramanujam Prize is given in which field? Yes, mathematics. But at which place? Which place? Anybody? And what is the upper age limit to get this prize? What is the upper age limit to get this prize? Yes, 32. Yes, 32. Now, Ruxiang Zhang, whether my accent is correct or not, but I am helpless. An assistant professor at the University of California, Berkeley, USA, will receive the 2023 Shastra Ramanujam Prize for his exceptional contribution to mathematics. His work spans various areas of mathematics, including analytic number, etc., etc. Okay, and geometry also. The Sastra Ramanujam Prize, established in 2005, is presented annually by Sastra University in Tamil Nadu on Ramanujan's birth anniversary, December 22nd, at its center, Kumbakonam. This is the place. Kumbakonam, the hometown of the renowned mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujam. It recognizes mathematics under 32 years old who work in areas influenced by Sri Ramanujam. And remember the prize, $10,000 cash award and a citation. And it has gained international recognition. Previous recipients include Manjul Bhargava and Akshay Venkatesh. Of course, we have discussed this pink bullworm in the last class also. It is an attack. It is a worm attack. It is a worm which attacks the cotton, and because of this, our cotton production is decreasing. In spite of BT cotton, now the attack is not getting reduced because this worm developed immunity to that cotton. Our aim in inventing the BT cotton is to keep away from the threat of this worm. But in course of time, it has developed immunity. The pink bollworm is causing significant damage to cotton fields in northern Rajasthan, Haryana, and southern Punjab, with the infestation being more widespread and serious than before. Okay? So remember, the situation has, farmers have been using BT cotton seeds which have lost their effectiveness against the pink bollworm. And you know, cotton is considered to be an indigenous crop. And even we have discussed about the long staple, short staple, okay, and medium staple, and the scientific name of cotton, and the commercial value of the cotton seed, okay, etc. So this worm is responsible for the decline of the cotton production in India. So recently, Global Innovation Index was released, and India retains 40th rank out of 132 economies in the Global Innovation Index. Remember all statements, rank and number of countries, and published by World Intellectual Property Organization. Okay? WIPO is the Global Forum for Intellectual Property Services, etc. It is a self-funding agency of the UN with 193 member states. UN is having the 193 member states. Here, they gave rank by assessing the 132 economies, and India's rank is 40th. And since 2015, our rank has increased in excellent manner. Okay? Now, its aim is to lead the development of a balanced and effective international IP system that enables innovation and creativity for the benefit of all. IP, I mean intellectual property. Why innovation is needed? Yes, innovation is needed because innovation primarily involves in the judicial use of resources. Take the example of electric vehicles. Because of that, we are not using the fossil fuels. It is pocket friendly. Maybe in the initial days when we purchase, it is costly, but its maintenance is very less. Take anything. Our innovation will give us some benefits. Only in some cases, the modern innovatives are causing threat to the mankind, like atom bombs. If you use that radioactivity for good purposes, like for power generation, it is well and good. And even we are also using radioactivity to cure many diseases. Okay, so innovation is needed for the modern community. Because of innovation only, India became self-sufficient in the wheat production. If not, in the first 5-year period, we imported from the America. Now we are self-sufficient, and even we are also exporting. Of course, in recent days, the government of India has banned the wheat export. Green Revolution, of course, the father of Indian Green Revolution, M.S. Swaminathan, passed in recent days. Okay? Yes. Most innovative economies in 2023. Switzerland is the most innovative economy in 2023, followed by Sweden, the US, the UK, and Singapore. At least remember first and second. Top science and technology clusters in the world. In 2023 are Tokyo, Yokohama. You remember the top science and technology innovation clusters in the world in 2023 are Tokyo, Yokohama, a great industrial center of Japan, followed by Shenzhen, Hong Kong, Guangzhou, that is China, Seoul, Beijing, and all followed by China only. No doubt, cheapest producer of commodities. Now, S&T clusters are the areas in the world where the highest density of inventors and scientific authors are located. Like maybe 1 month ago, I told you that in Bangalore IISc is applying for more number of patents. We have discussed. What are the key highlights? Sorry. China now has the largest number of clusters in the world, overtaking the US. Earlier US, now China. What are the key highlights related to India? Overall ranking and growth. In 2015, our rank was 81st. Now 40th. 9 years, nearly we have climbed 40 ranks. This ascent underscores India's consistent and substantial growth in innovation over the past 8 years. India secured the top position among the 37 lower middle income countries and leading among the 10 economies in the Central and South America. Yes. But the thing is, we are having only 4 clusters. Compared to China's 24, US 21, India has only 4 S&T clusters among the world's top 100. These are Chennai, Bangalore, Mumbai, and Delhi. Remember all these 4. Our Hyderabad is not there. Okay? And government initiatives, Digital India, Unified Payment Interface, National Education Policy, Adult Tinkering Labs, etc. we have discussed. Now, illicit trade in India. What is the meaning of illicit trade? Trade away from the purview of government. That is the illicit trade. Now take the example of India. We will import the gold. One is under the purview of government by paying the duties. The other is in the smuggled manner. Cigarettes, gold, and even drugs, which are banned, are coming to India. And these sort of things are done by the anti-social elements. Sometimes, not all times. Drugs. What they will do, the income generated from the drugs, they will use in perpetrating the organized crime, like attacks, etc., and which pose a challenge to the sovereignty and integrity of the country. Okay? Yes. As per a report released by FICCI, the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, hidden streams linkage between illicit markets, financial flows, organized crime, and terrorism. The illegal economy in India has an overall score of 6.3 in India on a scale of 1 to 10, which is higher than the average score of 5 of other 122 countries, indicating a substantial illegal economy. Drugs, you can see Hyderabad time and again the police will unearth the drug dens, etc. And smuggling is more, especially gold, because India will use more amount of gold for ornaments, unlike any other developing country or this developed country. And take the example of cigarettes. Large number of cigarettes now are entering into India in a smuggled manner. Even it is the reason why the cigarette sales of indigenous companies is falling. Not because just Indians are not smoking. No, because many brands are coming from outside. Yeah. FICCI Cascade, Committee Against Smuggling and Counterfeiting Activities Destroying Economy. Yes, they will destroy the economy. A person who will import the gold from foreign country in a legal manner by paying taxes cannot sell that commodity at a lower price. Whereas the person who got the gold in smuggled manner, they will sell at a low cost. The same case with other products. And even along with this, even we are also having the problem of under invoicing to evade the tax. What is the meaning of under invoicing? Suppose I am exporting a commodity whose value is 1,000 crores. What I will do to evade the tax, I will bill only for 500 crores. The same case with the imports also. Under invoicing to evade the taxes. I hope you people understood. Okay? Yes. FICCI Cascade, Committee Against Smuggling and Counterfeiting Activities Destroying Economy, is an initiative by the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. It was established on 18 January 2011 in order to address the pressing issue of illicit trade in counterfeits, pass-offs, and smuggled goods in India and globally. 3.5 tons of gold, 18 crore cigarette sticks, 140 metric tons of red sandals, and 90 tons of heroin were seized in the financial year 2023. This is the seized item. Then you can think how much might be the real item. It is only seized, it is tons of gold. India has a lower score, of course, just now we have discussed. And I told you, value gap India. What is the meaning of value gap? That is the under invoicing. That is the meaning of value gap India. Why under invoicing? To evade the tax. Suppose the value of commodity is 1,000 crores. If it is the tax is 10%. Now what they will do? They will only bill for 500 crores. That is the meaning of under invoicing. India faced an approximate total potential revenue loss of USD 13 billion due to misinvoiced imports and exports. Misinvoiced or underinvoiced. We will lose. And I told you, this may perpetrate the organized crime, that is terror or drug economy in India. India's location near major drug production regions, remember, including the Golden Triangle. Which countries including the Golden Triangle? Myanmar, Laos, and Thailand. Like we have discussed earlier lithium triangle. We have discussed what are the countries in the lithium triangle. Nobody? Our Swami has revealed. Yes, Bhavani. Chile, Bolivia, Argentina. Ramya, not Australia. Chile, Bolivia, Argentina. Chile, Bolivia, Argentina. Chile, Bolivia, Argentina. Yes. Now, including the Golden Triangle, Myanmar, Laos, and Thailand, and the Golden Crescent, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iran. Right side one triangle, and left side you are having crescent, and we will consume that. Has been associated with activities that may involve the transportation and distribution of controlled substances. India has seen a rise in illicit drug trade, of course, and it will perpetrate the organized crime. Sorry. Now, what are the government initiatives to tackle illicit trade? Terror funding and fake currency, Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act, many acts, okay? But still, tiger deaths raise concerns in Nilgiri's biodiversity. What are the reasons? One is poaching. Second, increase of tiger population. Increase of tigers population. So automatically population increase, they could not get the food. Okay. And third may be conversion of that land into other purposes. Yes. The Nilgiri district in Tamil Nadu is home to a rich biodiversity and a large population of tigers. However, in the past 2 months, 10 tigers have died in the district due to various reasons. Various types of infection. One is high density of tigers. The high density of tigers in the Mudumalai, Bandipur, Nagarhole complex of Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve is pushing population into the surrounding habitats in the Mukurti National Park, etc., leading to more negative human animal impacts, and automatically under lorry or under bus or even the people will kill it. So last day there was an article in the paper. One person poisoned a tiger when it killed his cow. Okay, and the tiger died. And starvation and just infection, etc. Okay, why starvation? Because of lack of biodiversity. Why are conservation concerned about tiger population? Poaching threat for its nails, skin, etc. Lack of tracking and protection. No proper management. Lack of prey management. What is lack of prey management? You have to manage the food chain. That is very important. If greenery is there, deers will there. If deers are there, tigers will be there. No greenery, no deers, no tigers. Food chain. And habitat degradation, it is nothing but the food chain. But this is very important. Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. These facts are important. The very name Nilgiris with literacy meaning blue mountains has originated from the appearance of blue flower-clad mountains, Neela Kurunji flowers of the Nilgiris plateau within the state of Tamil Nadu. The reserve spans across 3 Indian states, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Kerala. This point, it was the first biosphere reserve in India established in 1986. First biosphere reserve. It is the India's first biosphere reserve under UNESCO's Man and the Biosphere program. It is also very important and home to several tribal groups such as Adiyan, Aranadan, Khadar, etc., Kurumbas. Okay. Now, next is Toto language. Toto language. Why it is in news? Because it is at the brink of extinction. Toto language. The Toto language spoken by only 1,600 people in West Bengal is on the brink of extinction, and this language is not having any sort of script. However, a trilingual dictionary means Bengali to Toto, Toto to English. Toto Bengali English called Toto Shabda Sangraha is set to be released in Kolkata. Toto language is a Sino-Tibetan language spoken by the Toto tribal people in the parts of West Bengal. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization lists it as a critically endangered language. So it may be asked in the examination. It is primarily spoken orally, and even though prominent committee member Padma Shri decorated Dhaniram Toto developed a script as recently as in 2015, most people still write the Toto in the Bengali language. Okay? And when we come to the culture, they belong to the Mongoloid race. We have discussed Mongoloid, Proto-Australized, Alpine, etc. They are generally endogamous and marry within their own tribe. Endogamy, exogamy. Endogamy means within their own tribe. Like caste, endogamy, same caste. And when you come to the Gotra, there is endogamy and also exogamy. Gotra, Brahmins will not marry within the same Gotra. You know? Yes. The Toto family is patrilocal. What is the meaning of patrilocal? Male will dominate. Male will dominate. And monogamy is a common. Means only one marriage. Of course, they will also involve in polygamy. There is no custom of divorce among the Totos. That is very important. No custom of divorce. Now, divorce has become common in India. Now, what is Project Udbhav? What is Project Udbhav? What is Project Udbhav? In one sentence, this topic will be over. Project Udbhav. So nobody, great. Project Udbhav is the program of the Indian Army to use the great Indian ancient statecraft and also the techniques or implements of warfare, statecraft and also warfare. Take the example of Kautilya. Kautilya. Yes, Indian Army to rediscover statecraft. Yes. Kautilya. Kautilya is known for his statecraft. And even he was also pioneer in dealing with the neighboring kings. It is nothing but war and friendship. And take the example of India. India is known from time immemorial for using the new war weapons. Like you are having Ajatashatru, he will use the Mahashilakantaka and Ratamshula. In course of time, take the example of Tipu Sultan. He has used the rockets. So, making use of the indigenous techniques, both in military and also state art craft, and mingling it with the contemporary things. That is the aim of the project Udbhav. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for your kind cooperation. Meet for this class next week. Thank you once again.